My name is Nicki Purcell, and I am the president of Insite. And my role within EOS is the visionary. Insite builds bespoke solutions, meaning when we say we do custom development and custom solutions, it doesn't mean that everything we build is from scratch. It means that we really take the time to learn a lot about our clients and that we build the right solution for them. So everything is bespoke, it's unique, it's specific to our clients. And one of the things that makes this unique, in addition, is that we take a personal stake in it. We actually do look at their overall business need, and we don't recommend things they don't need, even if it's in the best interest of Insight. EOS for me has been transformational. I attempted to implement on my own. I got a little bit of benefit from it, but only once we got a coach and did we actually start to build out all of the tool set and start utilizing them together, did we see the real win. And for me, I felt like the first time I watched the Gino Wickman video that talked about, are you wearing every hat in your company? It just spoke to me. It is what I was feeling. And I thought, if we can solve for that, that is a huge win for me personally. And now I absolutely feel like we have leaders in the company who are just as dedicated to hitting the quarterly and company rocks as I am. And that is, for us, an absolute game changer. I would recommend Jeff Schafer as an implementer for EOS, in part because he's been phenomenal for us, and in part because I know that he has the expertise to help businesses get to where they want to go. For Insight in particular, being a custom software development firm, we were excited to be able to work with somebody who knew our language, was in the space, in the industry, in his personal experience. And as such, even though he's our coach and he's our implementer, he's been really helpful at listening and then diving deeper in with the knowledge in the industry that we probably wouldn't get from somebody else as an implementer. He is calm in the storm. We have a very active, very busy, very challenging industry. And our team looks forward to the days that we spend with Jeff because it's just a different mentality and a different way to step away from our business and focus on the business instead of being in the business. And his nature helps us do that with a focus and an intentionality that we wouldn't get otherwise. One of the biggest benefits for our leadership team is getting everybody rowing in the same direction. Ultimately, we have leaders in the company, but they have different agendas. And EOS forced us to be able to get on the same page and make sure that we were all aligned with what our objectives for the company were going forward. That really does leverage what is the best thing that EOS has been for our company, which is effectively creating a North Star, making sure that we knew where we were headed and that everyone was going in the same direction. Prior to getting engaged with EOS, I would say that we had lots and lots of ideas. We're in a pivotal point in technology where we could have gone in a lot of different directions. And what was really important is that we aligned and chose the right one and got moving in that right direction. So for us, that's what EOS has brought, is really just alignment among our company direction, but also with the leadership team. So when I first learned about EOS, I was one of those dabblers. I was somebody who thought, after I read the book Traction, that I could implement it myself. I even selected a handful of folks to be on the team with me, and we read the book together, and then we began to work through an implementation path. And unlike I expected, but in hindsight it's clear, we ended up just really sort of letting the process kind of atrophy. We weren't diligent and we weren't focused on it. So if somebody's considering EOS and they think they can run it themselves, they maybe can. I mean, quite honestly, there's nothing in there that is so sacred or rocket science that you can't figure out. But I think the difference of actually having a coach and an implementer is in part accountability, and also in part to see that they've done this with so many other companies and had success, that they're able to point out areas that you wouldn't be able to see for yourself. So my advice to somebody who's considering EOS, and for whatever reason is on the fence, either if they feel like they might not have the right leadership team in place, or they feel like they can implement it themselves, is to jump all in and to go through at least the 90-minute meeting, understand the tools, and hear from somebody who's actually had success with it. And those case studies can be a game changer for identifying that it's the right time to be able to launch it with an implementer and a coach.